Karina baby, for the 7th, we have Noah's baking day. It's so fun to bake and to make all kinds of fun things. One day, a few weeks before Christmas, Noah made a list of all the animals living in the park. It was a long list. Then he drew a picture of each one on a piece of cardboard and cut them out. He made croutons of Flip and Flap, the penguins. He made Mrs. Stegosaurus, Mr. Robin Redbreast, Mrs. Elephant, the monkeys, animals of all shapes and butter, flour, eggs, and sugar. He mixed the ingredients together in a large mixing bowl to make cookies and cookie dough. He rolled it out with a rolling pin. I need my special cutters now, he said. Noah greased one side of the cardboard and placed it on the rolled out dough. Then he cut around each one with a knife. When all the animal shapes had been cut out, Noah mixed up some egg yolk, water, and food coloring, and painted the cookies with a little paintbrush. To finish them off, he used raisins and cherries to make eyes and noses. Phew, said Noah, nearly done. Carefully, he lifted each cookie onto a baking sheet and put them in a hot oven to cook. When they were done, he took them out and left them to cool. Later, Noah tried the cookies with thread and hung them on the Christmas tree. Special presents, one for every animal in the park. Oh, look at that. He did a very good job. It's important to do things that are important to you. So Noah really loves all the animals. This is from Noah's Ark. And the story is how Noah got word from God that the entire earth was going to be flooded and destroyed. So he took him, his wife, and his sons' wives onto the boat. And he took 2 of each kind of animal from all around the entire world. And then the earth flooded. And when the earth was no longer going to be flooding, there were some birds that were left out. And Noah grabbed one of the birds and flew out so that this way they could find an olive branch and bring it back to him for when the earth was going to be not flooding anymore. And so at the end of this huge 40-day and 40-night storm of the entire earth flooding because the people of the world weren't living right by God, there was a rainbow after this huge flood that would state that God would never put the earth through so much flooding ever again. So what the rainbow actually is, as we know, is a prism, right? And it happens from the reflection of the water going through a teardrop or a raindrop and causing the colors to come out. We now know what that prism is and why it happens after it rains. But Noah didn't know why it happened, and so he got word from God saying that this was now his sign that the earth would never flood like this ever again. As we learn more and more about science and more about the earth and ourselves, we realize how little we actually know, right? The more you know, the less you know. That's what is always the reality. You think that you know so much, and as you learn more and more things, like we were doing the periodic table of elements, right? We would call them the ABCs of the universe. And Mama had them all sectioned out for you. It's probably still on your door. And it's probably still all sectioned out. We're just not going through it every single day. So we started at helium. We went to hydrogen. So we went to helium, right? And what did we do? We looked up helium and what it is. We went to hydrogen, and what did we do? We looked up hydrogen and what it is and how it works and how it functions with the universe. Because those molecules make up the atoms that we are a part of, right? We're carbon, and we're so many things mixed up inside of us. But that's what we were doing. You are so incredibly smart. But Noah loves the animals. That was the point of that. Noah loves the animals, and he wants all the animals to know how much he cares for them. So he made them cookies, and he made them ornaments out of the cookies, and they all are probably going to get to eat them in a couple days. I love you, and I miss you so much. Let's do This old man, he played one. He played knick-knack on his thumb with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played two. He played knick-knack on his shoe with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played three. He played knick-knack on his knee with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played four. He played knick-knack on the door with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played five. He played five to stay alive with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. Karina, baby, I love you and I miss you so much. I really do. I just miss you. I love you. I think about you every single day. I'm always getting stuff for you. You have so much stuff here. I love you and I miss you, honey. Mama never wanted to leave your side. I wanted to be with you every single second of every single day. That's what you do with your kids until they're 18, right? You teach them how to be adults. So when they're like 16, you give them practice trial runs, you know. And even before that, you were, you know, learning how to bake, and you were learning how to sew, and you were learning how to cook when you were 2. You were doing so many great things. And you were running around doing all kinds of things with friends, and with play groups, and with story times, and everything else. School in the morning, school at night. You did so much every single day. You had such a great attention span, too. You would sit down and have me read books to you for hours. We'd play with Play-Doh for an hour or 2 every day. Like, you were doing amazing. I love you and I miss you.